Hello and welcome back for another episode with your favorite Project Lead the Way teacher, Mr. Spaeth. Today we are going to go through descriptive statistics and histograms using Microsoft Excel 2010. So let me share my screen with you and we can get going. Okay, so first of all, what you want to do is open up Microsoft Excel 2010. This is an empty notebook. And what we want to make sure is that on our data tab, so if you're going over here, data tab, we have data analysis activated. To do that, we go to File, Options, and then make sure the analysis tool pack is checked and just push OK. Next thing I want to do is just make sure my name is on my paper because I will be turning this in. Notice my name is wider than the width of the column. I just go up here so I get those little arrows and I can click and drag or just double click in order to make that the size that they need to be. Name this one Puzzle Cube Statistics. Okay. So there that is. I'm going to leave a space right here, so I'm going to go down in cube number, and then I'm going to type in right next to it cube width. Notice when I press enter, the box that I'm highlighting goes down one below. When I push tab, it goes one to the right. So I'm just going to widen these a little bit yet, and there we go. I'm going to do 20. I have 27 cubes that I measured up, so I'm just going to go 1, enter, 2, enter. I'm going to highlight both, drag the box down, number 27. And then I'm going to add in my cube widths. So this will take a little bit. If you want to skip ahead, feel free to do so. Just make sure that you are doing these just as you have them on your paper as well. There they are. I'm just going to highlight all of them and make sure they all have 3 decimal points here. That just changes that. So adding decimal points, subtracting decimal points, easy way to do that. Now, we're going to go to data, data analysis, and descriptive statistics. We're going to go OK. Input range. Our input range is literally a range of cells, not just one cell, but a bunch of them, that we want to do descriptive statistics on. And these are the numbers that I want to do descriptive statistics on. Notice I'm not choosing 1 through 27. That's just the number cube. That has nothing to do with the statistics of them. So row no output range. I'm just going to pick the output range to be right there. And then what I want is summary statistics. So just make sure those are checked, push OK. And now notice what we have. I'm just going to increase our column D here. Mean, which is our average. We have median, the middle number. Mode, the one that is most shown, one that shows up the most. And then the other one that you want is your range. Notice the lowest number and the biggest number. Next, what we're going to do is we are going to pick boxes, or we are going to pick, let's call them boxes, for our parts to go in. A histogram is just taking our measurements and putting them in individual boxes. So all my parts that are less than 4, I want in one box. I'm going to go 0.745, and then I'm going to go all the way up in that increment until I get to 0.775. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 boxes. That's pretty good. I suggest making something very similar if you're doing this on your own. So all the numbers that are below 0.74 and below will show up in this box. All the numbers that are 0.745 and lower until 0.74 are going to show up in this box. That's how this works. So it puts all these parts and it counts how many are within a certain range, and it puts them in this box, if that makes sense. Okay, so we're going to go data analysis, histogram, okay. The input range is going to be exactly the same. Our input range is the numbers that we want to sort. Our bin range or box range is our boxes right here, our bins. We do not have labels. The output range that I want to put those in, I'm just going to click this box right here. And that's it. Go OK. Oops. Oh, that always happens. So watch out for that. Whenever I selected output range, my cursor went up here. So I need to change my output range again. So watch out for that. I remember that now. There we go. Input range, bin range, output range. I want to be right there. OK. And there we go. So here's our bin, the frequency at which numbers came into that bin, and notice I have numbers all the way up to there. I don't need this bin because it has 0 in there. And now if you have any in the more column, that means there's numbers that were either bigger than your biggest bin or lower than your lowest bin. It's just bigger than your biggest bin. So you just need to extend this out more and make more bins. Okay. So, and I do want you to highlight bin and frequency as well. Insert, column graph. I didn't do it right. Let's see. So I just want the ones in red. I do not want the ones in blue. So here we go. We now need to, this is our frequency over on the left-hand side, and this is our bin number down at the bottom. However, they're counting our bin number. I don't want that. Let's try to do this a different way. How about if I just select these, insert column? No, that doesn't work either. I've had really good luck just doing this in the past. So insert column, it's just not doing it well for me. So let's change it up automatically. So design, we go select data. We want, we have bin and frequency here. Our horizontal, meaning this portion right here, is 1 through 7. We do not want 1 through 7. So we'll edit it. We will have access label range right there. That's much better. Those are the bins that we have. That makes more sense. I want to delete our bin number. There we go. So there we have it. That's what we want. Okay, so, and then from here, we're just going to add a couple labels on here. So chart title, let's change this up. Above chart, so we want to change up this one. Histogram of cube width in inches. And we then need to label both of our axes. So axis title, so I would say bins, and then I would say, we'll do a vertical one. No, that looks dumb. Horizontal one, sure. And I would say frequency. So notice what I'm saying here now. Let me make this much bigger. Notice what I'm saying here now. I have 4 numbers that are between 0.745 and 0.75 that I measured. I have 6 of them that are between 0.76 and 0.755. That's what I'm saying with this histogram chart. It just shows me where about are all of my pieces. Okay, so that's it. Hopefully you found this useful. You are going to use this type of analysis again and again in Project Lead the Way, so please keep this video handy in order to make the statistical analysis that you need. Thanks.